Alright guys, this is what I bought from auction. We got, I don't know how many cars here, I'll show you here in a second. I bought this 2008 Expedition. It's a EL, Eddie Bauer edition. Really nice truck. Got that at auction. And I'll tell y'all when I get inside how much I paid for each one of these. I don't have it with me. 2005 Buick LaCrosse. Got that one at the auction. I won't go over that one right there. I bought off an individual, a private owner. Didn't get that one at auction. I paid $300 for that car with a blown head gasket. This one here I got at auction. Nice little 1999 Nissan Pathfinder. So these three came from auction. That's my wife's car. I'm trying to get the AC, just went out in it, so I'm working on the AC in that. It's a beautiful car. We are fixing to put this one up for sale because she wants a bigger car, like maybe a Mazda 3 we've been talking about. So that one's fixing to go up for sale. That's my little Mini Cooper there, mine. And that one's actually fixing to go up for sale because I want a bigger car, something like a Honda Civic or something. That's been a really good little dependable car though. That right there, obviously a Nissan hardbody. Paid $300 for that off an individual, also with a blown head gasket. That's my F-250. That's my baby. She ain't going nowhere. That's what gets all these cars to the house. Little Dodge Sports Coupe, two-door. I think I paid $250 for this thing, and the guy delivered it to my doorstep. Can't do any better than that, and I don't know what's wrong with it. Obviously it's been sitting for a little while here under this tree. Just haven't had time to get to it. So here's a 2000 WJ Jeep Grand Cherokee. It's got the 4.7 liter V8 in it. That one come from the auction. I just love these things. These Jeeps, Grand Cherokees, are just great vehicles. And this one's beautiful. I mean, I just love it. But that one's going to be up for sale too. And this Nissan Maxima 2011, that one come from the auction. So we got 1, 2, 3. Those three over there that I told y'all, the 2005 Buick, the 2008 Explorer, the 99 Pathfinder. So those three come from the auction. This Maxima come from the auction, and that WJ come from the auction. So we got 5 that come from the auction. The rest of these I've bought from individuals. I'll show you back in my boneyard, basically. These are cars that obviously I haven't had time to get to. I get so much going on up there. I bought this one for myself. This is Nissan Xterra. I forget what year model. Obviously it's the first gen. It's a four-wheel drive with a sunroof. I know she looks terrible, but it's just because she's been sitting under this tree. It was an old mail truck. This Nissan Xterra here is 2003 or 2004. You can see that it's got a little bit of front end damage, but aside from that, this is actually a really nice truck. Of course you can't tell it right now, but before I parked it back here, man, I mean, it just sparkled like it come off the showroom floor. And she'll do that again. It's got a brand new set of Michelin tires on it too. I just was waiting. I didn't have my dealer's license yet, and I couldn't get a rebuilt title for this thing because it's got a salvage title right now, so I couldn't rebuild it and get a rebuilt title for it without my dealer's license. This one here is really nice Volvo S40. It's parts only. It did come from auction, came from Copart, as did that. That obviously a different auction and longer ago. But yeah, these two come from Copart auction. The other ones come from IAA. This one is non-rebuildable, so it's parts only. So I'm going to be stripping it down and selling the parts off of it. That is a Dodge Avenger 2006 model, I believe. It's either 2006 or 2008. And it really don't need much. When I bought it, I paid $300 for that from an individual, and they didn't have the keys, so didn't even know if it ran or what. But I figured if it didn't run or the motor was trash, you know, I could at least part it out and get my money back. But I bought it home, I programmed the keys to it, the thing fired right up. So it does have some mold issues on the inside. It's got a leaking sunroof, which I've got covered right now, but I've got to get that sunroof fixed, get the mold problem fixed, probably replace all the interior, and get that back on the road. That right there is a running, driving 94 Geo Tracker. As you can, I don't know if you can see it or not on it. Yeah, it's got really bad rust issues, but I mean, it runs and drives great. It's an awesome little, you know, just play toy basically. I parked it back here because I haven't been using it or playing with it, and the brakes started to get real spongy. So, but it's kind of rare because it's the convertible stick shift 4-wheel drive. So those are kind of hard to find. So I feel like I got to do something with it. It's a neat little toy. But yeah, that's all the vehicles that we have at the moment. Those two Copart vehicles, these two I bought from a private individual. Again, this Xterra that I'm going to build for myself as a, you know, kind of like an off-road deal. I bought that from an individual. So that's all the cars we've got going right now, and I'll come back and I'll tell y'all, you know, what I paid for each individual one of these, and you know, I'll let you know what I got to do to each one, and I'll bring you along for the videos of how I repair them, what they look like when they're done, because obviously we're not going to be sending them out the door like this. So we're not only going to repair the vehicles, but we're also going to clean them up. This one right here is probably going to be the first one out the door. It's a nice little truck. I've actually been driving this one myself quite a bit. It's a 99 Pathfinder 4-wheel drive. I mean, the thing will climb a tree. It's a nice little car. I got to get the tire put on it, and I think that'll be about it. But that's the video on the vehicles that I've got right now, what comes from auction. And like I say, here in a minute I'll get in there and tell y'all how much I paid for each one of them.